Hey, welcome back to my channel, and my name is Nisi, aka the Ebony Traveler. I am back. I was MIA last week. I was so focused on the competition that I wasn't taking care of myself, but I made it to the top 32. Yay! So thank you very much to everyone who took time out of their day or days, if you voted multiple times, to vote for me. I want to do a story time. I haven't done a story time in a minute, and it's about a year old, so this is not recent. So I'm gonna jump right into the story time because, girl, this story is all about this guy. Like, he went from slightly sane to like totally like off his rocker. I'm gonna call this guy Ginger, because I'm drinking ginger tea. I met Ginger on Tinder. Now, everyone would be like, oh my God, nah. But let me tell you something. If there is a person who has come to Korea and not downloaded Tinder, I want to give you a round of applause. Everyone has at least downloaded Tinder once, twice, maybe 3 times, and dabbled in it. Because sometimes you get bored and lonely here, you know what I mean? Ginger messages me, and he's like, hey, what up, whatever. And Ginger seems all right. Ginger is not Korean. And if that's going to discourage you from listening to the story time, well, you're just cheating yourself out of a very good story time. He's actually military. So I was on post tonight with my friend, and he was texting me, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm on post, whatever. And so he's like, oh, yeah, I'm around. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm kind of skeptical when it comes to meeting people, like, from moving the conversation from online to in person. I get like slightly uncomfortable. Like, what if I look like a toe compared to my picture, and like this person sees me is like knobby and they run for the hills, you know what I mean? So anyways, Ginger's like, oh yeah, I'll come out and meet you. So anyways, eventually, like, I think I had like maybe 2 glasses of wine, and I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and meet Ginger. So anyways, Ginger pops up. He seems really cool. We go and get like food at like this place on post. I'm like, okay, Ginger's cool, whatever. So we set up another meeting. So he met me bright and early in the morning. So I'm like, okay, well, whatever. We can go to McDonald's. I'm not fussy. Like, I was hungry. It was early in the morning. I'd already gotten up out of my bed, and we're just hanging out, and we're just talking. He was just telling me about his life back home, telling me how he was when he was younger, stuff like that. So honestly, for the first the first two times I saw Ginger, he was super dope. So then I was going out with my friends in the nighttime. I said, we're going to the same spot tonight, so if you see us, you know, we can link up. So Ginger's like, okay, cool. So that night, we link up with Ginger, and we're hanging out, whatever. I think at this point, I had pretty much decided that I like Ginger better as a friend. And plus, I was pimping all over the place, so I was not trying to be tied down to anybody. So I'm there, I'm doing my thing, I'm dancing, having fun. So Ginger walks up to me, and he whispers in my ear, he's like, there's a lot of guys staring at you right now. Okay. Like, Ginger, I'm so sorry. I don't know what you're getting at right now. And then he's like, I don't like that. I don't know how to help you with that, sir. Like, you're upset because there are guys staring at me. You and I, not that. Like, me and you are not a thing. Me and you are not an item. Why does it matter who and who is staring at me? You know what I mean? Like, he was just like, oh yeah, I'm getting upset. I'm getting mad. I'm like, you need to cut it out. So at this point, ding, ding, ding goes off in my head. I'm like, I'm not interested in this guy. After that point, like, after he saw guys staring at me, he kept on making it seem like him and I were an item, and I'm so sorry, but I was not here for it. I don't want anybody trying to claim me. Like, that's the one thing about me. Like, if you and I have not made it official, if you and I are not an item, you're not claiming me. Like, it's not gonna happen. Never, ever. Hello, you're not gonna close me off from prospects. Like, are you dumb? Like, you're whack, and I can't. He was really trying to like be on me. Like, he was really trying to dance with me. He was trying to like close other people off from dancing with me. He's giving people dirty looks, the whole 9. And I was just like, so this is shady. But I ran away from him. I took off running. And then I left him with my friend. And she's like, and I'm like, I was out of there. Like, I dipped. I was a savage, okay? I was a savage. Savage of the year, savage of the month, savage of the week. Up until like the end of my first year, and then I calmed myself down. But I was a complete and utter savage. So I was like, who the hell are these guys trying to like claim me? Like, Nabi, that's not how it works. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. So my first sign that this guy was a little bit crazy would have been when I was just standing there, and he's like, oh, can I take a picture of you for my caller ID? To me, it didn't sound crazy at first. I'm like, okay. But then he didn't even put me as my name. He changed my name. He's like, oh, you're so small. You're my little bit. I'm gonna call you little bit. I was like, oh. So anyways, we leave the club now, and I'm just like, writing him off in my head automatically, like this is not gonna work. So he would be calling me, whatever. So one day I did answer his phone call, and I specifically remember having conversations with him. He'd be telling me about his child, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then he'd be telling me about his baby mother, and he would be ripping her, like he would be ripping her. And he's like, yeah, I have a baby mother, she's crazy, and she doesn't want my kid knowing that she's like a mix, because she feels like she's gonna act like she's better than people because she's mixed, like she's super pro-black and da-da-da-da. And he's going in on her, talking about, oh, how he doesn't like the way she parents and stuff like that. He's pretty much making her sound like an evil, like a wicked witch of the west kind of thing. He's talking all this shit about his baby mother, and I'm just like, give me the tea, give me the tea, give me the tea, honey. And so as the days progressed, like he would continue to try calling me. After the whole club fiasco, I was like, nah, B, like I'm not about this life, like I really don't want any parts. I would start to kind of like avoid his phone calls. I would like take really long to reply to text messages, but he wasn't catching on. He always texted me drunk. Always. Like I would just wake up to drunk messages like, oh, I want to see you, oh, you're my little bit, oh, you're this, and I'm just like, who? Like I literally ignore your phone call. The thing I never get, and I want a guy to explain to me, like, if a girl is ignoring you, like if someone is ignoring your messages, or someone's taking like 2 to 5 hours to respond, someone's not answering your call, someone's telling you that they're not downtown, and you bump into them in the club shaking their ass, you don't feel some type of way. Like, why would you continue to be in contact with that person? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. There'd be times that he would message me and I wouldn't answer his messages, and then he would cash me outside. He would cash me outside. I was in the club one night, very similar to the first time when I ran away from him. And I saw him coming, and he was making steps towards me, and I booked it out of there. Like, I was gone. I was like, gotta go, Scooby-Doo. He was really brokenhearted. He's like, he's going to my friends, yo, why is she doing me like that? Why is she doing me like that? I was a Lala one night. I was in Busan. I wasn't home. And he had been messaging me and messaging me and messaging me. And I was like, yes, this is the perfect opportunity to tell him I will not be in town. Like, leave me alone. So he's like, oh, where are you? Are you going to be out tonight? I'm like, no, I'm in Busan. I thought that was it. I thought I had closed that book. It was done. So Ginger sees my friends out, and he's like, yo, why did you let her leave me? And they're like, yo, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, my little bit, why'd you let her leave me? Why'd you let her go to Busan? And he was like, heard it. She called me. She's like, yo, Shanice, listen, we saw your man. And I'm like, my man? I don't have a man. What are you talking about? Ginger. And I'm like, oh God. She's like, yeah, we saw him out in the streets. Yo, he was hurting. Like, he really wanted to see you. He was talking about why we let you leave him. I was like, girl, no. And she's like, yeah, like it was serious. Really, Ginger, you're really gonna be out in the streets embarrassing yourself? And I'm just like, oh my God. And at this point, like, I had been actively ignoring him. So one night I'm sitting at home, I'm just chilling, and he sends me a series of messages, and I have the receipts. I had to pull out my brick phone to show you guys the receipts. So it actually started off with, so I've been drinking a lot, way too much, my face numb. And I'm like, and then he started sending me inappropriate memes talking about real men eat the hell out of some meow meow. And I'm like, the most unattractive thing you could possibly do is brag about what you do. He's like, he wants to take me with him. Would that be considered kidnapping though? I'm just like, maybe you can take me instead. I'm fine with that. I think I'll pass. Typing, tell me, because I want to know who to trust. Is it you? Tell me if it's you. Boom, goes to bedroom behind closed doors. And like, I was just like, what is this? So I sent it to my friend, said she finished off the lyrics, and she's like, yo, he is like feeling you and da-da-da. And I'm just like, it was really out of control. So eventually, like, he faded out. Just like, I guess he realized I was really ignoring him. It was revealed to me that he has a wife. His wife is a little, you know, sporadic, but I don't blame her if my man's out in the streets trying to sleep with every girl. If only your wife knew how you were chasing down girls in Korea. The thing that shocked me about it was like, how dare you drag your baby mother by her edges all up, down, and around the streets of Korea, and not claim her as your full-on wife. That's my story time about the guy who was just like head over heels crazy about me, and I was just not trying to have any parts. If you enjoyed my story time, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up so that I know that I should make more, you know. Leave your thoughts down below. Have you ever been in a situation similar to this? Have you had a why you so obsessed with me moment? If you have, leave the details in the comment section below. Make sure that you do follow me on my social media. That's Snapchat and Instagram at NisiB. That's where you'll get most of my day-to-day updates and whatnot. Hashtag support the mandem. And as always, it's a peace. And it's a love. And it's a annyeong.